Today, we're counting down 25 PS5 games every player should know about in 2026, covering the biggest hits, hidden gems, and console-defining exclusives. Starting things off at number 1, Grand Theft Auto V remains one of the most searched PS5 games in the United States even years after release. Set across the sprawling city of Los Santos, it blends dark humor, 3 distinct protagonists, and constant online content that keeps players returning. Between heists, chaos, and endless replay value, it's easy to see why this title never leaves the charts. Moving to number 2, Elden Ring took open-world design and fused it with the punishing combat From Software is known for. Exploring the lands between rewards curiosity, with hidden bosses, sprawling dungeons, and a story told through environment rather than cutscenes. Its difficulty has become legendary, but so has the satisfaction of finally beating that boss that took 20 tries. At number 3 sits God of War Ragnarok, the Norse continuation of Kratos and Atreus' journey. Building on the acclaimed 2018 reboot, it expands the world with new realms, deeper combat options, and a story that finally lets both father and son grow. The visuals, voice acting, and emotional weight make it one of the strongest narrative experiences on PS5. Swinging into number 4 is Marvel's Spider-Man 2, letting players control both Peter Parker and Miles Morales across a bigger, more detailed New York City. Traversal feels faster and more fluid than ever. Symbiote powers add fresh combat options, and the story ties both heroes together in ways longtime fans have wanted for years. It's a technical showcase for the console. Number 5 brings us to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the ambitious middle chapter of the remake trilogy. It expands far beyond Midgar into an open world packed with side content, minigames, and the surprisingly addictive card game Queen's Blood. Combat has been refined even further, and the mystery surrounding Sephiroth keeps longtime fans guessing right up to the end. At number 6, Ghost of Tsushima transports players to feudal Japan as Jin Sakai battles the Mongol invasion. The PS5 upgrade sharpens every blade of grass and cherry blossom, making its already gorgeous world even more immersive. Between stealth, samurai duels, and a moving story about honor versus survival, it remains a standout PlayStation exclusive. Following closely at number 7 is Ghost of Yotei, the spiritual successor set generations later around Mount Yotei. Featuring a new protagonist named Atsu, it keeps the series' trademark sword combat while introducing fresh weapons and a revenge-driven story. Snowy tundras and grasslands give the world a colder, more unforgiving atmosphere than its predecessor. Number 8 is Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Hideo Kojima's strange and ambitious follow-up. Sam Porter Bridges returns to reconnect a fractured world, this time with expanded vehicles, combat, and a story that leans even further into surreal territory. It's polarizing, but no other PS5 game feels quite like it. At number 9, Astro Bot delivers pure, uncomplicated platforming joy. Winner of Game of the Year honors, it sends players across dozens of imaginative worlds packed with PlayStation history Easter eggs. The DualSense integration is some of the best on the console, making every jump, glide, and punch feel genuinely tactile and satisfying. Number 10 goes to Helldivers 2, the cooperative shooter that turned into a genuine cultural phenomenon. Teaming up with friends to fight off alien threats for Super Earth mixes chaotic action with surprisingly sharp satire. Its live service model keeps evolving with new enemies and missions, keeping the community engaged well into 2026. Diving into number 11, Baldur's Gate 3 proved that deep, choice-driven RPGs still have a massive audience. Every decision ripples through the story. Combat uses turn-based Dungeons & Dragons rules, and the sheer amount of content means 2 playthroughs rarely look the same. It's widely considered one of the best RPGs ever made. At number 12, Cyberpunk 2077 has transformed since launch into one of the most polished open-world RPGs on PS5. Night City feels alive with side stories, gang warfare, and a soundtrack that perfectly matches its neon-soaked atmosphere. With years of updates and the Phantom Liberty expansion, it finally lives up to its early promise. Number 13 is Hogwarts Legacy, letting players finally live out a full Hogwarts experience. Attending classes, brewing potions, and exploring the Scottish Highlands gives fans of the wizarding world an open playground unlike anything seen before. Combat spells feel flashy and satisfying, making exploration just as fun as the story itself. At number 14, Horizon Forbidden West continues Aloy's journey across a stunning post-apocalyptic America filled with robotic creatures. Bigger machines, underwater exploration, and refined combat make the sequel feel like a genuine leap forward. Its visual fidelity remains one of the best showcases of what the PS5 hardware can truly do. Number 15 brings us to Diablo 4, Blizzard's dark return to Sanctuary. Its gothic atmosphere, seasonal content, and endless loot grind keep players hooked long after the campaign ends. Whether playing solo or with friends, the satisfying build crafting and boss fights make it one of the most replayed action RPGs on PS5. At number 16, Street Fighter VI continues to dominate the fighting game scene years after launch. Its accessible modern controls welcome newcomers, while classic controls keep veterans happy. And the World Tour mode adds surprising depth for a fighter. With constant new characters and rollback netcode, matches stay smooth and competitive. Number 17 is Resident Evil Village, the first-person survival horror entry that blends gothic dread with intense action. Facing towering enemies inside a decaying European village creates constant tension, while the story ties directly into the wider Resident Evil timeline. Its atmosphere and boss designs remain some of the series' most memorable. At number 18, Demon's Souls stands as one of the most visually impressive remakes on PS5. Rebuilding From Software's original cult classic from the ground up, it delivers punishing combat, labyrinthine level design, and lighting effects that still hold up years later. It's often cited as an early showcase of what next-generation hardware could achieve. Number 19 brings The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, Naughty Dog's emotionally brutal survival story. Following Ellie's journey of revenge across a fractured America, it pairs improved visuals with roguelike modes and developer commentary. Its mature storytelling and unforgettable characters continue to spark debate among players years after its original release. At number 20, No Man's Sky has completed one of gaming's greatest redemption arcs. What launched as a disappointment has grown into a massive space exploration sim with base building, multiplayer, and fleet management. On PS5, it runs in 4K at 60 FPS, making the endless procedurally generated universe more inviting than ever. Number 21 is Starfield, Bethesda's massive space RPG finally available on PS5. Packed with quests, an intricate shipbuilder, and detailed planetary exploration, it gives console players a chance to experience one of the biggest sci-fi worlds released in recent years, complete with every update and expansion added since launch. At number 22, Metaphor ReFantasio blends fantasy storytelling with deep turn-based combat. From the team behind Persona, it delivers striking art direction, a compelling cast, and a battle system that rewards strategic planning. Its themes around hope and societal change give it surprising emotional depth for a fantasy RPG. Number 23 brings us Nioh 3, the latest brutal entry in the samurai action series. Combining stance-switching combat with punishing enemy encounters, it demands precision and patience from players. Fans of challenging action RPGs will find its weapon variety and yokai-inspired enemy designs deeply satisfying to master. At number 24, Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection reimagines the franchise through turn-based battles. Instead of real-time hunting, players raise and bond with monsties, using their movesets alongside traditional hunter weapons. It's the most ambitious entry in the spin-off series, appealing to both newcomers and longtime hunters. Closing out the list at number 25 is Crimson Desert, an ambitious open-world action RPG offering massive value for the time invested. With deep combat systems, expansive exploration, and dozens of hours of content, players have found themselves losing entire weekends to its world. It rounds out this countdown as a genuine sleeper hit.